energetic and moisture-laden clipper at the moment. Here it is. Here, it's going to work its way. It's going to pivot through the big trough in the eastern part of the country. And as it does, it is going to interact with some moisture, which is now returning into Texas from the south. All right, so as the low comes south, it's actually pulling up moisture. The return flow is coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. So it's going to undercut this moisture in time. So we will likely go from Dallas down I-35 in Austin, San Antonio with multiple precipitation types. The problem is how long are we going to spend in the frozen stuff? How much wetness is going to be left over on the ground as we watch those temperatures drop below freezing during the morning and early afternoon hours in places like Austin and places like San Antonio. Looks like if you look at the atmosphere, essentially from northeast Texas up through Pine Bluff and into Memphis, it is all snow sounding. All right, it's cold enough now for snow. It'll be cold enough for snow. So we're not worried about precipitation types per se and through here. And of course, there's always the impact of how far south does that frozen precipitation get. Houston, a lot of bridges and overpasses in Houston tomorrow. Keep an eye on those, especially in the afternoon and evening as the temperatures drop and we have maybe a little leftover moisture in through there. Again, generally 1 to 3 inches coming up and through here, and even the threat of snow for the south. The winter storm watch is coming out for Birmingham during the overnight hours. They'll upgrade to advisories or warnings should they feel fit. Steph, over to you.
Okay, so the only types of jams that I like are the kind that you can eat, or maybe the monster type. But the type that we're seeing in New England, not cool. Look at all of these ice jams. That means that water is spilling into homes and businesses. You're looking at the Connecticut River on your left, forecast to cause minor flooding at Hartford today. And on your right, we are talking Swanton, Vermont. And that's where we are seeing some river flooding as well. Over 24 homes over the weekend. 35 people had to be rescued. So the question is, where are we going to see issues today? Where there are flood warnings, that means that flooding is imminent or it's occurring anywhere you see the green shading on the map. And a lot of this is due to not only the melting because of the warm temperatures, but also the rain on top of that too. So how exactly do ice jams form? Well, we're going to go down into the basement and pull out and show you. I mean, it was really cold for the start of the year, right? That first week was so frigid. It was bitter. It iced over a lot of those lakes up there. And then we had that push of warmer temperatures and the rain as well. That broke apart the ice. And it doesn't just flow down nicely and freely, right? It gets stuck and jammed. They're not perfect little cubes that just go down like good little kids. And then they get blocked up and the water behind it coming in, what happens is it can't get through the ice jam. It acts just like a wall, right? So what happens is as the water then flows out of the banks, and that's what we saw happen over the weekend. Chris.
All right, admission is free to all national parks on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but it will be a cold one at most national parks. Let's get a look at your forecast. Maybe you're here in Maine. Again, trying to get some sunshine in. Your best shot will be out early if you can brave some of the cold temperatures around 5 degrees between 9 and 10 a.m. Let's go a little further west where it's actually a bit warmer here in Colorado. The Front Range, a few flakes out there. Rocky Mountain National Park looking beautiful if you're wanting to see some of the elk. 25 degrees by the afternoon. Absolutely stunning here in Glacier National Park. Two Medicine Lake completely iced over. Going to be beautiful with sunshine and those bluebird skies. And here in Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming, if you're doing a nice snowshoe hike up towards Death Canyon, it's going to be beautiful, Jim, with temperatures in the 20s.
For some reason, Death Canyon would probably not be one of my destinations.
A quick little story. Death Canyon's not named Death because someone died there. Interesting.
Good. That's good to know, and I don't want to be the first one to go. All right, a determined surfer in New Jersey didn't let the cold weather or ice keep him from hanging 10. Take a look at this. This is surfer John Cohen, who broke out his board last week. Are you sure that's not Ralph Prado? Anyway, even though temperatures were well below freezing, wearing a dry suit to keep him warm, John rode the slushy waves. Poor Abe. Doting the salting chunks of ice along the way.
If you were to go in a slushy, that's what it would look like, right?
That's a slushie that probably won't taste very good, though. I'm going to be honest with you.